In September, when the Seattle Seahawks first interlocked arms during the national anthem as an expression of unity, head coach Pete Carroll tweeted an invite to others to stand with us and help build that bridge. Seattle receiver Doug Baldwin knows all too well how important a bridge can be. As a boy growing up in Florida, he crossed one almost every day.
I remember when I was growing up in Pensacola, playing on this sand spot, pitted fields. That's how I feel right now. It's back to just playing football like I was when I was younger, man. That's what the real fun is.
3 miles. The bridge from Gulf Breeze to Pensacola in Florida is 3 miles long, and it connected 2 different worlds for a young Doug Baldwin.
I lived here in Gulf Breeze, which was predominantly white America, and then my mom, she worked at the Salvation Army in Pensacola, and I would always go over there, and I played all of my Little League sports over there, and that was predominantly black Americans.
The fastest kid I ever seen in my life, but he didn't like contact, and Doug just didn't want to play. He didn't like the helmet, or it was too hot, and, just give his mother credit. He quit, and she said, "You're not quitting. You're going right back out there. I don't care what helmet he gets. Go give him any helmet."
It was a life lesson. Nothing's easy. Anything worth it is not easy.
At first, just looking at him, nothing special about him. Doug, he won't be denied. If you tell him you can't, then he proves that he can.
On those fields is where I fell in love with football. I fell in love with the sweat, with the grind, with having a team, and then being held accountable not only to myself, but to people around me.
Hi, I'm Doug Baldwin. I play for Gulf Breeze High School. I'm a receiver, kick returner, and a punt returner. I was selected first team all-area by the Pensacola News-Journal.
This is Dolphin Stadium. This is where Doug played his high school career, 9th grade through 12th grade. He scored a lot of touchdowns on this field. He did a lot of great things on this field.
Football also was a bridge, connecting Baldwin's 2 worlds.
I would always tell Doug, you're going to be in such a position of leadership because you're going to understand everybody. People in Gulf Breeze are not going to ever understand the inner city, and the inner city's not going to understand Gulf Breeze. These kids have never crossed the bridge.
Yeah, it's 3 miles long, but to a lot of people over there, it's like a barrier.
I grew up on both sides of the fence, but I was never really or truly accepted on either side because of the time I spent on the other side. I kind of drew back from my relationships, and the only relationship I really kind of held on to was my little brother. He's my heart.
Baldwin was 13 when his brother Devin was born. Despite the age gap, the two have a unique bond.
Just spending time together just is awesome. He calms me down when I'm mad or I'm sad. He's there for me, and that makes me feel really good.
Baldwin earned a scholarship to Stanford, but after receiving limited playing time and catching only 4 passes his junior year, once again, he contemplated quitting football.
He calls me and he said, Mom, I want to quit football. I don't want to do this anymore. And I just listened to him. And I want to stay at Stanford if I can, but I just don't want to do this anymore.
Kind of went at it on the phone, and she told me, stop being a baby and suck it up. And I hung up on her.
My heart dropped. So what I did was I texted him, sent him a picture of his baby brother. And I knew if that would bring him around, to see the bigger picture.
Finally came to the conclusion that I was going to stick it out. Mostly it was not wanting to let my little brother down. I kind of put my nose down. I stopped talking to people. I kind of just isolated myself again. I was like, I know I can do this. I've always had a chip on my shoulder, but in that moment, I think that's when the chip became a boulder.
Proving himself became a common theme for Baldwin. Undrafted in 2011, he led the Seahawks in receptions as a rookie.
The little guy from Stanford, Doug Baldwin.
In the years that followed, Baldwin emerged as Seattle's most valuable receiver.
Caught by Baldwin, makes one man miss, dives underneath, he's in!
As well as its most vocal.
Hey, y'all tell Chris Carter he can Google that! What happens to angry Doug now that he's a Super Bowl champion?
I hate that term because I'm not truly angry. You know, I'm very passionate about what I do.
That's just what pedestrian, average, mediocre receivers do. What's up, my man Deion Sanders, we all right, huh? We all right? Yeah, we all right. We gonna go to the Super Bowl again, being all right.
Just like anybody, I do get emotional. I do get angry, just like anybody else.
What was happening between?
I mean, what you think, man? We're frustrated. The offense can't move the ball. We got too much talent over here not to be moving the ball.
But people who are making these statements saying that I'm angry Doug Baldwin, they obviously don't know who I am as a person. You know, I'm not angry. You know, I love the game of football. Been playing it since I was 6 years old. So let's move on. Let's go to the next thing.
If you gonna believe it,
gotta achieve.
let's see.
Yeah, that's my dog.
With the media paying more attention to his petulance than his production, in 2015, he recorded his first 1,000-yard season and scored a league-high 14 touchdowns.
Wide open is Doug Baldwin. Doug Baldwin in the back of the end zone. He's in. Doug Baldwin in the back corner of the end zone. There is no answer. Well, you're just gonna score every time we get the ball. You're gonna score every time we get it. No.
Now in his 6th season, it's no longer the volume of Baldwin's voice, but the passion in it that he wants people to hear.
Remember them times when we was playing Little League football and all our family out there was watching us? They doing the same thing today. This is on TV.
I've kind of been drawn to this philosophy of servant leadership, you know, whether it be on the football field or off of it.
Actions speak louder than words, right?
I want to serve as a leader.
That's all I got for you.
Because I feel like there's just a lack of leadership, not only in football, but in the world in general.
Wide receiver from Stanford, number 89, Doug Baldwin.
As a kid, Baldwin grew up on both sides of a bridge. Now, he's helping to build one. In Week 1, he was at the center of the Seahawks' organized statement during the national anthem.
We stand in the interlocking arms. I don't know if you heard. Yeah. The majority of the team said if we're not doing it together, we're not doing it.
The message that we're sending is that, yes, there are things in our country that need to be changed. But that's why our country is so great, because we're never afraid to face those challenges head on and make those changes.
As a team, we have decided to stand interlocking arms, united. We honor those who have sacrificed their lives for the freedom we cherish, and we stand for those who ensure that freedom and the security and justice for all people. This is called unity. Now we're gonna push the needle.
It's unifying our team, but it's also unifying our stadium. It's unifying our communities. It's unifying our state. And hopefully it's gonna unify our country to where there's a message that needs to be heard. And so you heard us, now listen to us.